Welcome to my channel and welcome back if you're returning. So while we're on this topic of celibacy, I decided to scroll TikTok and share a few videos with you. Some are going to be stories about their journey. Some is going to be the hardcore raw truth of the downside. And some is going to be the upside and how it impacts dating and so on, you know? We're going to start with the first video. And so the first video, I'm going to be honest with y'all, is about where I'm at with it, right? Where I'm at is in regards to my journey.
So is anybody else at that stage in their celibacy / healing journey where they can't fathom giving anyone physical access to them who doesn't see their value in their totality? Or is it just me? Can we talk about it? Because I'm at this really weird crossroad where as much as I want to scrub the ground doo-doo brown, I can't bring myself to be okay with someone just sexualizing me and nothing else. I just can't wrap my brain around being okay with someone only valuing me at my coochie and nothing beyond that. By no means is this any kind of shade to those who are out there doing their thing, living their life. Or am I saying that those who are casually active don't know their own personal value or worth? What I am saying is that now that I realize my worth and value, the idea of being with somebody who doesn't see a fraction of that makes me gag, and not in the fun way. It's not that I want a serious committed relationship either. I refuse to be intimate with somebody who isn't valuing me and seeing me as the whole person I am.
Okay, so here's the thing. That's exactly where I'm at right now. Like, not really pressed for a relationship. Definitely feeling like I'm not seeing anyone who is deserving, or have not been in contact with anyone who has been deserving of me being sexual with. And I'm so over like being sexualized. Like, I had a conversation with my ex-husband, and even though he probably takes it as me being arrogant, it's like I don't have a problem finding someone who wants to sex with me, but I'm finding a problem finding somebody who wants more than just me, right? So it's like, I already know if it doesn't come with respect, admiration, friendship, like there's so many levels of things that need to happen for me to not only be comfortable, but for me to know that whether it's a relationship or not, the outcome won't be my heart being broken. The outcome won't be me regretting the act that happened. It's not even about having to be in a relationship, guys. So yeah, that's my 2 cents in regards to her video. Let's move on.
Incredible to me that when I say that I'm abstinent, people don't believe me. First of all, why? You guys make it so fucking easy not to like you. Like, so easy.
What she said. So I didn't even realize, like, at the beginning of my journey, I don't even know that I really spoke on it much in the beginning. And from my experience, I have not gotten a whole bunch of pushback, at least to my face, saying we don't believe you. But apparently that's the thing. Nobody's believing that people are actually celibate, because why? Why? I mean, have y'all seen the rate of marriage? For anyone who dates online, how often do you actually go on a date? Okay, so yeah, it's not hard. It's not hard. I actually, in the almost 4 years actually, I've probably had a contact with maybe 1 or 2 men who could have possibly brought that desire out of me. That's it. It's not hard. Y'all make it easy.
So I have a question for my girlies who were celibate and then recently broke it. Do y'all feel like y'all's sexual appetite ever fully returned? Like, do y'all feel like y'all were engaging the same way you were previous to being celibate? I just feel like my libido just be so low nowadays, even if it's with someone that I want to have sex with. And I don't really know what this is about. How do I get it back? It's almost like I don't even like think about sex the same way, so I don't be as excited for it anymore. And I don't know if it's just me, but like I don't know. It's like a blessing and a curse. Like I would never take back like being celibate, don't get me wrong, but now that like I do want to have sex, I just feel like I don't ever really be like in the mood for it.
I'm going to pretend that I love it and that this was the plan.
I want to commend you on your 3-month journey. I will be 3 years celibate next month. I can't even believe it, but I want to give you some personal advice and any other woman that is considering it, on it, doing it on this celibacy journey. I say the first 3 to 6 months was brutal. Like, I was like, call me, baby, call me. And then after that, like between 6 and 9 months, I think when I was like ovulating, I was kind of like a psychopath. And then you get used to it. After like the 9-month mark, you're just kind of like, it is what it is. Because you realize how much power you hold in between your legs. And that power, someone can come in, be an energy vampire, take it and manifest what they want for their lives by using the power you hold. Why would you want to give that to anybody? It has to be a worthy man, period.
Hey, so I was wondering if... No, you can't hit, and I'm not going to your house. You want to go to a carnival so we can get to know each other through fun activities. Oh.
Another video that not everybody's gonna agree with, but I wanted to talk about the power of celibacy. You guys, taking time away from sex and FOP and all the above can be the #1 answer to curing your depression, to gaining more focus on your career goals, learning more about you, not being in all these toxic relationships, getting closer to God. Meaningless sex is so detrimental to your health, y'all, and it's a everlasting cycle you're gonna live with if you don't take a step back, take a break, and reflect on what you're doing. You get that simple dopamine release, and then what? Shame, guilt, potential health problems. If you feel like you can't go time without it, you got to take a look at your discipline. If you can discipline that, you can discipline a lot of areas in your life. Just a thought, y'all. Love you.
She is spot on about learning the power that lies there. And yeah, we're not doing energy vampires, and you won't be sucking me dry, nor will you be manifesting with my energy. Anyway, outside of that, honestly, I was fine the first 3 months, but I was also pregnant. And I guess some pregnant women may get horny, but for my circumstances, it was a no-go for me. I actually hit a little struggle zone for a few right around 2 years, and I think that was because that was my goal. You know, I'm gonna sit down, chill for 2 years, heal. So when that 2-year mark came around, whereas I was expecting to just get back out there, you know, use my discernment, use my intuitive energy, you know, not really extend boundaries or chances to people who didn't earn it. Like, I just knew I was gonna go out there and it was easy peasy. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. It was not. And so for about 1.5 months, 2 months, it was just like, oh, I'm about to dial an old one. But once that passed, it's still been like, okay, when it comes, I'm going to be ready. And if it don't, I'll be waiting. So anyway, that is my response to that video. The next one.
You want to go to a carnival so we can get to know each other through fun activities. Oh. Hey, so I was wondering if... No, you can't hit, and I'm not going to your house. You want to go to a carnival so we can get to know each other through fun activities. Oh.
So, early on, I was definitely hypersensitive to it. Because from my experience at the time, I was dealing with a lot of males around me who were trying to play their hand. Yes, pregnant and all. The amount of times that I heard, oh, I haven't had a pregnant chick in a while. Like, disgusting. Definitely separated myself from those individuals moving forward, because my thought was, if you're already trying that, or you're making those statements while I'm carrying a baby, as soon as she drops, you're gonna be in shit. Still trying your hand, and then I know where your focus is, so it's a no for me.
Not everybody's gonna agree with, but I wanted to talk about the power of celibacy. You guys, taking time away from sex and fapping, all the above, can be the #1 answer to curing your depression, to gaining more focus on your career goals, learning more about you, not being in all these toxic relationships, getting closer to God. Meaningless sex is so detrimental to your health, y'all, and it's an everlasting cycle you're going to live with if you don't take a step back, take a break, and reflect on what you're doing. You get that simple dopamine release, and then what? Shame, guilt, potential health problems. If you feel like you can't go time without it, you got to take a look at your discipline. If you can discipline that, you can discipline a lot of areas in your life. Just a thought, y'all. Love you.
Now, sis, oh my god, y'all, if you watch my previous video on, you know, how I made $1,000, girl, what can I get? I'll take some money off of this. If you watch my previous video of how I made it 1,000 days, then you pretty much know everything I said was in line with what she just said. The mere fact that we don't even view this act in a way like we're being penetrated. Like, you guys, we're being penetrated, and not only we being penetrated, there's an individual releasing so much into us, right? Even if you use a condom, which you should be, they're releasing like their negative energy. Like, it is a true energy exchange. And once I experienced the extreme downside of that, right? Like, left a situation and realized how much of the negative traits of that individual seeped into me, I had to just hit a restart button. But what she said, hands down. All right, next one.
Let's talk about the fact that you can't even watch. Let's talk about the fact that you can't even watch a movie with a love scene or an explicit scene because your body starts to have a physiological response where it's either a throb or a pulsating effect, or the fact that you're going to sleep and having very explicit dreams, and then you realize, oh shit, women do have wet dreams. Yes, that is a thing. Or the fact that something basic as satin fabric, if it brushes up against the right part of your body, it's like, oh shit. And that your toy doesn't even work anymore because you would prefer the company of another human being on top of you, under you, behind you, and any and every position that your flexibility will allow. Let's talk about the fact that after a certain time period, everything makes you hypersensitive to touch.
Okay, y'all. Sis struggling. Sis is struggling. Okay, now here's the thing. My toy works at all times. And if it didn't, I'll be buying another. I think I got like 4, because nope, you won't catch me slipping. You won't catch me slipping. And while I would love to have a human body instead of my toy, the benefits outweigh one. The benefits of one outweigh the other at the moment, okay? So I don't know what to tell her. I will say that she's right in regards to watching certain movies and seeing certain scenes, y'all. It'd be like, and then I pull myself together. You know what I'm saying? I remember one time I was cutting a cucumber, y'all. Like cucumber, and I like held it and I looked down and it was just like, I have no idea why my mind went there, but it did. And again, I pulled it up together, okay?
Can you give us some tips on how you stay celibate? Yes, I can. So first, I just want to go ahead and put it out there. I am not, like, I didn't consciously just wake up and tell myself, okay, from this day forward, you are going to be celibate. You are waiting until marriage. Like, that's just not something I did. I really just woke up and I was just like, I'm not giving anyone my sexual energy if they aren't deserving of it. Like, I'm just not doing that. Like, I did that in the past and saw where it left me, and it's just not worth it. I think not putting yourself in situations where you could be tested. Like, if you know you're celibate, don't go to a guy's house and be like in the bed cuddled up with him watching movies, because at that point you're teasing him and you're teasing yourself and you're putting yourself in situations that you probably shouldn't be in. Number 2, I think giving yourself a lot of self-love. It sounds very broad, but that's really just what it comes down to. Give yourself a lot of self-love. Because when you love yourself and you spend a lot of time within yourself and you just nourish your spirit, you're not going to be craving intimacy and craving lust outside of yourself. You know, you're going to feel good within. Most of the times when we give into, you know, a quick link or, you know, stuff like that, it's because we're craving that. We're craving that intimacy that we don't have within ourselves. So I just think that's really important. Like, if you are truly, truly happy within, you're not even going to want to give people parts of you because you know and see how special you are. So you're going to be very gentle with who you give your energy to. Simple. And then number 3, I say do not put a time limit, which is actually, that should have been number 1, but I forgot. Do not put a time limit on it. I feel like when you tell yourself, okay, from this month to this month, like, I'm no longer having sex and I'm going to be celibate, it kind of puts there's a timing on it. So you're going to be hard on yourself if you slip up and you do something, even if it's not sex. If you slip up and do anything, you're going to be like guilting yourself and shaming yourself. I think you should not do that. I just feel like when you put time limits on things, it just adds resistance, doubt, and fear. So instead of making it like, okay, I'm going to be celibate for a year straight, just tell yourself, I'm going to be celibate until I feel like someone is worthy of my sexual energy. You feel me? Instead of putting like a time, because then if you do slip up and do something, you're going to guilt yourself, and you don't need to be guilting yourself. You know, like, we're humans, we fuck up, it's life. And I'm not saying you can't go to a guy's house and hang out because, like, you know, we want to see the men too. So I feel you, but just be very cautious of the situations you put yourself in, because sometimes if a guy doesn't know, you can have him thinking that it's something when whole time it's something else, just because you're in his house, you're in his bed, you know, like, you're kind of giving him mixed signals. So if y'all don't have that understanding, I don't think you should go hang out with a guy at his house.
Okay, let's see if I even remember all of that. So I definitely agree with the not going to the house and cuddling thing. Of course, if you're in a relationship and you're practicing celibacy, you guys are practicing together. I've already told you there are a few different things that you can do to continue to build intimacy outside of intercourse. But if you're dating, I wouldn't suggest it. I'm not doing it. Like, do you want to date me? We got to go out and about and do stuff, because it is very tempting. And like she said, you give the wrong idea, expectations happen. And I want to be clear that's not on the table right now. Also, I spoke about in my last video whether, you know, you should tell someone if you are celibate or not. So, you know, I'll link that at the bottom in the description area in case you want to watch that. I don't suggest it unless you are waiting for marriage. Okay. Oh, and then the timeline thing. As you guys know, I did put a timeline on mine of 2 years. And I really thought that was going to be a stretch. But as you see it wasn't for me. I do agree with her that you have to give yourself grace. You may fall off and on. I think, matter of fact, before I got pregnant, a year before that, I was celibate for about 10 months. It might have been involuntary, but I was celibate for about 10 months. And I don't know, I didn't really feel that bad when I did fall off, because 10 months to me felt like it was good. And then the people that it didn't, matter of fact, correction, it wasn't that it was good enough. It was that my reasons behind each were different. You know, like this time it was really a spiritual and healing journey that entailed so much more, where it's like I was coming out of this a very, very much different person. The 10 months, I wasn't even in the mindset to expect or be intentional to get out of that period what I got out of that period the second time around.
I am on a diet, boo. I am no longer eating anybody's BS, their negative energy, and other bitches' problems.
Light work, no reaction.
Light work, no reaction.
Ooh. Okay, it's got a little kick. Ooh.
Celibacy is probably one of the best things I ever started in my life. Let me explain. Now, I'm gonna keep it $150 with y'all. Straight a million. And I'm not saying this for any attention or no sympathy like that. I'm just trying to inform y'all. But I haven't had any play or any punani in almost 2 years. And it's changed my life dramatically. The way I see shit, the way I view people, the way I read people, the way I read energy. I read it completely different now. Now, a lot of people in my position, I'm not gonna lie, would lose their head. A lot of people would turn to the most devious shit at this point, just from no punani. But me, that's not my focus. Like, I straight up am just, through this whole celibacy, I just been getting my bag, getting my money up, doing better for my life. And I feel great. I honestly feel like I've been the best me, like, ever. But it has really turned me really picky towards females. Like, I can't, like, anything a girl does now, like, it's not like I don't know how to talk up a girl no more. It's not like I don't have any riz or any game. I know how to get a girl by my side. It's just now I'm so picky with the people I choose. Like, any little red flag, oh my God, I get turned off so easily. It could be any little thing, and it's not a good thing. I'm not saying it's a good thing, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing either. But that is what, like, that's my mindset now. Like, everything now is just, I'm so picky. And it's like a part of me low-key wants to keep this streak going. Like, I want to keep the celibacy going. Like, of course, I would like a girl. Like, what the fuck? Like, who wouldn't want, like... But it's like, I don't want to waste my body. I don't want to waste that on somebody that's not worth it. Like, I want to waste it on somebody... Not even waste it. I want to spend it on somebody that's really worth it. And it's like, fuck that. Like, I'm not trying to have a good time. I'm trying to make it worth my time. Fuck a good time. I'm trying to make it worth my time. So it's like... I don't know, like, I want to keep the streak going. I want to keep the celibacy going because my life is so much better now. It's like, a lot of y'all need to understand, sex is not all. It's not the end-all, be-all. Do you in your life and don't focus on that shit. A lot of social media is pushing that sexual content too much. And it's like, people are just thinking that constantly now. No, focus on yourself and do better for you. Now, I'm not going to lie, like, it's even the girls nowadays. Like, bro, there's a lot of beautiful women out here nowadays. There's a lot of beautiful women. But personality-wise, I don't know what the fuck is going on. We're supposed to, like, it's supposed to be evolution when it comes to humans. I feel like we're just going backwards completely, bro. I need a new iOS update on these females, bro. iPhone, Apple. I need a new iOS update on these females because the personality on these females nowadays is shit. It's dog shit. I hate to waste my time with these girls nowadays. So, everybody, choose celibacy. It's good for you.
And that's when it hit me. The best idea I ever had in my entire life. That's the worst idea you ever had in your entire life.
Ladies, tell a man you're celibate until marriage and watch how funny he get with you. I was waiting for somebody to come out with this comment because I told my friend this about 5 or 6 years ago. She said, well, I don't know if you really like me or this, that. I said, tell me you're celibate until marriage. And watch, give it a week to a month. And still, hey, you want to go out on a date and this, that? Because when some people spend money and they realize like, oh, I'm not going to get any sexual benefit from this, they will get real funny with you. Now, this is not all. This is some, obviously. But watch, you will quickly, within a month, know, ooh, this person really does not actually like me. They want what I can give them in that kind of way. Because some men will actually want to get to know you. Oh, okay, you're celibate in marriage. Well, I respect that. Hey, you want to get to know each other? Maybe we can date for marriage. And that's cool. That's perfectly fine. But then you got some others that will sit there and be like, ooh, well, I can go find something else. And then stay blessed.
I'm trying to fuck. I'm trying to fuck. I'm trying to fuck. I'm trying to fuck. I'm trying to fuck.
Since you got your degree and you know every fucking thing.
People don't understand that we masturbate so we don't find ourselves with people that we don't need to be with and contract those soul ties and that negative energy. Because for some of us who masturbate all the time, sometimes we're trying to control our sexual urges. Honey, that's why I do it. Back in the day when I didn't have no self-control and I wasn't masturbating as much, honey, I was over here in somebody's bed or somebody was in my bed with their negative energy and their spirit being around people I don't need to be around. Honey, sometimes masturbation is a way of somebody growing. Ain't nothing wrong with us. We're trying to do better. That's what y'all don't understand. Me masturbating is keeping me from being a slut. Okay? Now with this whole abortion law thing, you damn right I'm finna masturbate. Because ain't nobody finna sit here and get trapped by no nigga because I have a sexual urge. Sometimes masturbation is a strength, not a weakness. Fuck wrong with y'all. Go sit here and judge me. Worry about your own coochie. Don't worry about how I'm working. I'm wearing out mine. The hell?
Ladies, I have a question, especially for the ladies who are currently on this celibacy journey. I have a question. So now my question is, let's say the person that you have dreamt about, prayed about, comes into your life 10 out of 10 in every single way. However, when you get intimate, you get like your pH level is thrown off completely. We're talking like suppository level completely. We're talking like thrush level. What are you doing? What are you doing? And also, side note, they're clean. They're clean. They're good. Like there's nothing physically wrong with them, but your pH level gets thrown off by them. Do you take that as a sign to just let it go, or are you going to try and figure it out? I'm very curious because I think about this every time I see a TikTok about a girl talking about her celibacy and her pH level has been like phenomenal and her vaginal health has been like incredible. What do? Like, it's the love of your life.
Okay, so it was just really weird, and the whole thing was just really, really all over the place, and I really just like completely missed the purpose of it. Truth be told, there is, and I don't have the stats for this exactly, but I'm gonna keep it like, let's be honest, the majority of people who are going through a celibacy journey are doing it for emotional, mental, and spiritual grounding, right? They're not necessarily doing it because their pH balance is off. It's weird. But anyway, that's all for today, guys. I just wanted to come out here on my lunch break and run through a few of these TikToks that I had came across. Both because some of them supported the things that I was saying, but also because some were funny. And also because some were encouraging, So anyway, I hope you guys have a great time. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll chat sooner or later. Until next time, love yourself, protect your energy, and deal with life's bullshit with grace and gratitude. Love you.